All right, guys, it is 1 week until I leave for the trip. So we are packing. Obviously, I have to be super intentional on every single thing I pack. Even though the trip is targeted at 6 days, I'm actually gonna be on the road for almost 2 weeks. So with that being said, I am planning on, after I finish the 48 states, to do a laundry stop, because trying to fit that much stuff in a bike is quite honestly impossible for me for sure. So we're gonna do the 6-day ride, and then I'll do some laundry when I finally finish up, and then, you know, the 6 days back or whatever, because I do have to get from Washington back to Florida. With that being said, once I get to Washington and finish, I actually have a wedding to go to in St. Louis area. So I'll finish in Washington, and I have, I think, 5 days to get back to St. Louis, Missouri, which is going to be not as chaotic and long. I'm planning on hitting Yellowstone and some really cool scenic stuff, which I am excited about. So we'll talk about the route stuff later. But for now, I just want to show what I laid out, why I picked those things, and why it's important for this ride. So stay tuned, and we will talk about how I'm gonna fit all that into this dry bag and get it on the bike. All right, so I am the absolute worst person at packing. I will wait till hours before my trip, throw a bunch of crap in a bag, and, you know, whatever I wear. I haven't never been a big fashionista, so this is a little bit of a change for me. I think maybe just because I know I'm gonna hit all types of weather, I just wanna be prepared. So in this instance, I went ahead and laid out all of my clothes, all 6 days anyway. I'm not gonna be able to fit 2 weeks worth of clothing in a bag for this, so I know I'm gonna have to do one laundry stop. So I'll plan to do some laundry after I finish the 6 days, and then probably wear the same set of clothes back. But for this, I was very, very intentional on what I packed. It's gonna be very versatile. It'll get me through sun, rain, hopefully not snow, but very cold weather. Unfortunately, I looked at the weather, and in Salt Lake City and South Dakota last week it was snowing. So that's a little concerning, but we're gonna cross our fingers and hope that that's not the case. We have a whole nother week before we leave, so we're just gonna get ready, and all of this stuff is going to fit into this dry bag. I bought this thing on Amazon probably about 1.5 years ago, and what I like the most about it is it has these little molly hooks. So a lot of times you'll get dry bags and there's just no way to strap it to the bike or secure it, and it's kind of a pain in the ass. I mean, you could strap it across the whole bag, but it just makes me nervous, because if anything weird happens, it's gonna happen to me. The whole damn thing will fall off. So to combat that, we bought the one with mollies, and it's been great. I go back and forth. I have another bag that I also use that's more of like a weekender type bag, and it is really good for the compartmental stuff. You know, I can put my shampoo and stuff on outside pouches. It's really easy to get to, but it just doesn't hold as much as I need it to for this trip. So we're gonna go with the larger dry bag. I don't have to put a sock on it. It's already waterproof, so it's ready to go. So what we're gonna do is, I laid each day out, and I'm gonna put each day in a separate bag, make it even easier. It's a little vacuum seal job. I got it on Amazon. Put the day in one little bag, shrink it, throw it in the giant bag, and go. And I think I'm gonna be well within my space that I need to make this work. All right, so each and every day, I wanna talk about this because it's really important. So I got these pants from NBT Clothing. They are lined with this protective padding in case you go down. It does come with some, and I don't want to say it wrong, like armored protective gear. I personally don't wear it. It's a little bulky for me. I know a lot of people love it. I just don't when I'm doing, you know, really, really long days. But I like it because it has this lining that is also super protective, and it's rated, and I'm sure I'm not going to say the right rating right now, but it's rated for basically the best thing you can get on the road. So I have a pair of these for each of the days that I'm going to be riding. They're great. They got outside pockets. Outside pockets are super important to me because it seems like when I'm at a gas station, there's always something I'm throwing in my pants, whether it's some chapstick, or I keep my wallet in there. And these are really nice because they have snaps. So not only are you sticking your stuff in, but you're also snapping it in, making sure the crap doesn't fall out while you're going down the highway. I have 6 pairs of these, and some of these I've actually had for a couple of years now, and I love them. Anytime I'm on the highway, I always wear them. A couple of these are the new style. You can definitely tell a huge difference with the new style than the old style. Totally worth the money. I know they're a little bit pricey, but I mean, can you put a price tag on safety? Not for something like this, so don't be cheap. Essentially, I got a pair of these for every single day of the trip. They're awesome. They are pretty heavy, which is gonna be great when it's a little cold out. Got everything laid out. I've got 6 pairs of pants. I personally always wear an undershirt. I wear long sleeves. I don't wanna get sunburnt. Skin cancer is real, and us gingers don't fare real well with excessive sun. So I got these on Amazon. They're long sleeve undershirts. They're tight fitting. You know, the wind doesn't slap them when you're on the ride. So pants and an undershirt, an absolute must. I have to say, I have not tried this brand out yet, but it is new. Woxers. They're like long boxer type shorts. Name of the game is comfort. Are they cute? No, they're not cute, but if it's comfortable, it's absolutely worth it. So I did get like an 8-pack of those, so I'm gonna bring those and try them out. Sports bras, obviously, some gold toe socks. These are like my favorite socks of all time. These are also on Amazon. I don't know, they're thick and just super comfy. I love them. We got 6 days worth of outfits, and now we're gonna take these, which I also purchased on Amazon, fit each and every single day in this. I'll probably end up marking them so I know what day's what, but let's slide the pants in. Last but not least, some good old sockies. So these bags are actually like really easy to work with. The hardest thing is lining up the bottoms and snapping it closed, which we actually did pretty well. So once you get them in your bag, I try to lay it like as flat as I can. Then you just unscrew the top, pop this bad boy on it, give it a little twice a go. I kind of like flatten it as I go. Screw it back on. And you have this. Super flat, save space. I'm gonna write the number 1 on it, so when I'm tired, I don't mess up what day I'm wearing what. Do I need a number? Probably not, but for the sake of being organized, we're gonna put a number. All right, so I can't find a black marker, but I found this bronze one. So we'll just write number 1. Now you can see it. Number 1. And we're now gonna do the same exact process for the other 5 bags, and then we'll zip it on back, and I'll show you how to put them all in this large duffel bag. Well, that doesn't work. When the bag's cut in half. First casualty of the trip. It's a good thing I had one more. You guys are gonna make fun of me, but I'm a jammy person. I cannot go to a hotel room and not wear pajamas. I know, I'm probably a weirdo. Actually, I can't go anywhere and not wear pajamas, so we're gonna pack 2 nights worth of jammies, essentially. Got a couple of super comfy shirts and some pajama pants. And obviously some fuzzy socks, because my feet are always cold. Now that everything's been shrunken down, I got it organized inside the bag. I have to try to lay it as flat as I can so it sits evenly across the seat of the bike. I cannot believe how much I got in here. This is easily about 40 pounds. Now it's time to grab some bungees and get this thing secured. For this trip, I installed the Hogworks king size tour pack and then had hubby add some of these really cool hooks onto it. They are aftermarket, but he silicone sealed them and drilled them in with a couple parts from Harbor Freight. 100% worth it because it gives me a couple extra spots to hook onto. I haven't ridden the bike enough to really understand how much gas mileage I can get, so when plotting the route, I'm really taking my best guess on how much I can get out of each tank at what speed. So I decided I'm gonna bring this 1 gallon gas tank just in case I'm in the middle of nowhere and need a couple extra drops to get me where I need to go. Better safe than sorry. I decided to open my saddlebags next to give you guys a peek at what I packed, and boy, am I glad I did, because I found something that would have absolutely ruined my day if I didn't find it now. All right, we got my rain gear, and then we got this. It's a jump box, and it does the tire inflation, so it's kind of a 2-in-1. I've used it on quite a few trips, and I love it. It's super easy. If I could get it open. Oh my gosh. Well, I guess I put it in here still with the power on, and it's at 30%. Dang, I'm glad I found this now because I would have went to use it and it was dead, and that would have been a really bad day. In this bag, I have some other important things. Some tire plugs. Oh, don't forget the metric tool roll. Had to buy one of those for this trip. Some detailing stuff, zip ties, Loctite, a couple other little essentials. And I've got a power bank, like a small one, some extra gloves, tire pressure checker, little bag of feminine hygiene products, and some extra sunglasses. I have some hair wraps, 2 additional visors from Simpson, a clear and then just a backup one, something happens to it. I got some clear glasses, another power bank because you can never have too many, sunscreen, some extra towels. I guess I'll take this inside and charge it and get it back in the bag, but I decided to flip the gas can around just so it's secured a little bit better. In the King Tour Pack, I have all of my heated gear and a couple extra jackets, but that's it. That's going to be everything I'm bringing with me. Hopefully we got everything that we need because we're doing it. All right, a couple last things that we didn't talk about that's actually going to get attached to the dry bag that's on the bike already is I have this outer pouch. This is just basically stuff that's going to be really easy for me to get in and out of during the day. Actually, let's look in there. Got sunscreen, some butt paste, some Gold Bonds powder, feminine hygiene products, just stuff that I might need along the way, and I don't want to have to go digging through my pack if I need them. So these are, again, are real easy. Those Molly straps that are on the outside of the dry pack make it real easy. I just hook it right on there and go. And last but not least, This thing has gone on so many adventures with me. It is the Shiwi. I know my girls are gonna laugh because I tried to get them to buy them and they all think I'm crazy. So say you're in the middle of nowhere and you just really gotta pee and there's really not anybody around. Well, we're not guys. We can't just, go wherever we want easily anyway. So this is the Shiwi. You hold it up and goes down and then you can just get back on your bike and leave. So I know they make fun of me. I always carry a little cup of water also on the bike. Afterwards, I can kind of wipe it down, but this thing has actually saved me on a couple trips because trying to cop a squat with all that gear on is like not fun, nor is it really doable without some kind of mess. So the Shiwi also gets clipped on the outside of my pouch and they're like $8 on Amazon. Honestly, I probably should just start like some kind of Amazon influencer account because all this shit that I buy is on there, but it's worth it. And it's cheap and it gets here the next day. So don't tell Russ. Tomorrow, I leave to begin this journey. And if I'm being honest, I know it's gonna hurt. Physically, mentally, emotionally. There are gonna be moments over the next few days where I question why I signed myself up for this. Thousands of miles, just me, my motorcycle, and the goal that honestly feels bigger than myself. But I could not think of a better reason to put my body and mind through something difficult like this than to give back. Somewhere along the way, people forgot that the biker community have always been about more than motorcycles. Part of that big bad biker image wasn't just leather jackets and loud pipes. It was toy runs, fundraisers, benefits, and showing up for the people when they needed the most. Tough people with the biggest hearts in the room. And I think it's important that our generation keeps that alive. Because giving back does something to you. It fills parts of your heart that money, attention, accomplishments never will. It reminds you that purpose matters more than comfort. That sometimes the most meaningful things that we do in life cost us nothing but our time. This ride may be mine physically, but the impact belongs to all of us. If you'd like to be a part of it, the donation link for Quantum House is in the description below. Every single dollar helps the families going through battles most people can't even imagine. Now, let's ride.